They say words can reveal who you truly are. But what if every word you spoke revealed your soul? Physically, long ago on the edge of a quiet forest, a small stone cottage stood wrapped in ivy and silence. Inside lived a widow and her two daughters. From the outside, the home looked peaceful, wildflowers by the door, herbs drying in the sun, but within its walls, kindness was rare. The elder daughter, Golis, was everything her mother admired. She was sharp-tongued, proud, and vain, yet her mother praised her endlessly. No matter how cruel her words or selfish her actions, they were always excused. Golis wore fine ribbons and lace even when food was scarce. The younger daughter, Marianne, was different, gentle, patient, quietly strong. She resembled her late father, whose kindness had once warmed the house. Marianne wore mended clothes and carried every burden, fetching water, cooking meals, and keeping the fire alive through cold nights. Her mother spoke to her with bitterness. "Stop dreaming," she would snap. "Kindness will never make you important." Marianne never answered back. She had learned that silence was safer than protest. One blazing summer afternoon, the house ran out of water. The sun burned the fields dry, and the heat pressed heavily against the land. "Go to the far well beyond the orchard," her mother ordered. "Take the largest jug, and don't waste time." The journey was long and exhausting, winding through dry grass and thorny bush. Bees hummed in the heavy air, and dust clung to Marianne's feet. Still, she walked on without complaint. When she finally reached the old stone well, her arms trembled with fatigue. She filled her jug and sat for a moment to catch her breath. That was when she heard a soft, trembling voice. "My child, could you spare a drink of water?" An elderly woman stood nearby, bent with age, her clothes worn and her face lined with hardship. "Of course," Marianne sighed gently. "You must be very thirsty in this heat." She rinsed the jug carefully and drew fresh water, offering it with both hands. The old woman drank slowly, gratefully, her eyes never leaving Marianne's face. "You are kind," she sighed at last. "Few hearts are pure enough to help without expecting anything in return." Marianne smiled softly. "It only did what felt right." At that moment, the air shimmered. The old woman straightened, her form glowing faintly like moonlight on water. In an instant, she was no more longer a beggar but a fairy, radiant and ancient. "You have shown true goodness," the fairy sighed, "and goodness deserves to be seen." She raised her hand gently. "From this day forward, every word you speak shall reveal the beauty of your heart. From your lips will fall flowers and precious gems, symbols of the kindness within you." Before Marianne could even whisper thanks, the fairy vanished like mist beneath the sun. Shaken but grateful, Marianne lifted her jug and hurried home. Her mother and sister were waiting, irritated and impatient. "Did you fall asleep at the well?" her mother snapped. "Give me the water." "I'm sorry," Marianne sighed softly. And as she spoke, something extraordinary happened. Diamonds spilled onto the floor, roses followed, pearls, sapphires, and shimmering blossoms scattered across the room. The cottage fell silent. Clarice gasped. "She's bewitched." "Bewitched?" her mother whispered, her eyes wide with greed. "No more. This is fortune." As Marianne explained what had happened, more jewels fell with every gentle word. Her mother gathered them eagerly, her mind racing with dreams of wealth. When the story ended, she grabbed Clarice's arm. "You will go to the well tomorrow. Do exactly what your sister did. We will berries beyond imagining." Clarice hated the idea that heat, the work, but the glittering pile of diamonds changed her mind. "Very well," she sighed, forcing a smile. The next morning, Clarice walked toward the well, rehearsing polite words she had never meant before. The dust clung to her shoes, and irritation burned in her chest. At the well, the same old woman appeared and asked for water. Clarice rolled her eyes but handed over the jug sharply. The air shifted. The woman transformed once more, but this time, her eyes were cold. "You have spoken kindly without kindness in your heart," the fairy sighed, "and false words deserve truth." She raised her hand. "From now on, every word you speak shall reveal your nature." Clarice laughed until she opened her mouth again. Out fell toads, snakes, slimy creatures that scattered across the ground. She screamed and ran home in terror. When Clarice tried to explain, more creatures fell from her lips, crawling across the floor. Her mother recoiled in horror, realizing too late that greed had blinded her. From that day on, Marianne's gentle words brought beauty wherever she went, and she was welcomed and cherished. Clarice, feared and avoided, learned that cruelty leaves a mark no more ribbon can ever hide. And so the village remembered the lesson forever. Words are never just words. They reveal who you truly are. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like and subscribe for more.